can't believe that I am saying that. I can't believe that I am blessed enough to be saying that again. I definitely had my worries and my doubts that it just wasn't going to happen for us again. But I am 5 weeks and 1 day as of right now. This is like a super fancy announcement video. I actually announced it on Instagram first because I was just so excited once we got the blood work back from the doctor. I just wanted to get the word out and start celebrating. When we were pregnant with Blue, I wanted to like do a big pregnancy announcement because it's something that I had always dreamed of doing, and so I wanted to do something fun, but we were at high risk for miscarrying right in the beginning. The doctors kind of kept telling us that we were going to miscarry. We were so stressed out, so worried. I was so sick and so nauseous that I just kept getting put on the back burner to like put together the announcement video. And so it made it to where I didn't announce that we were pregnant with him until I think I was 14 weeks. So this time I just wanted to get the news out right away so that we can really start celebrating it. There's definitely something different, I think, when you get the word out. Like, it really helps you to embrace it and celebrate it. You get to celebrate with your family and your friends, and you get to have people praying for you. And so I just went ahead and went straight to Instagram. So I had also posted on Instagram that we had ovulated this month. We haven't started fertility treatments because I had really bad stomach issues, and so I went to go see a specialist for that, and we kind of wanted to get that under control before we started the fertility medication. But I had been ovulating regularly for literally the first time in my life after we lost Blue. I think that it just kind of regulated my system. And so I had posted on Instagram that I had ovulated because every single month that went by that my body did what it was supposed to do, I was just so excited and just like so proud of my body. So I had been counting down from ovulation, and I actually got my positive pregnancy test on July 9th, which July 9th is the date that I got my positive pregnancy test with Blue. So that was a really, really emotional day for me. That day really hit me hard. I was crying the night before. It might have been because I was hormonal and didn't know it yet, but that day was just really hard for me. The anniversary of finding out that we were pregnant with Blue. And so I was also 13 days past ovulation at that point, and I had seen negative after negative. I had started testing, I think, at 8 days past ovulation. So I had given up hope. I actually wasn't gonna test that day, but I just couldn't help it. I had one pregnancy test left, and I took it and I saw the absolute faintest line. And over the past like 6+ months, I have had such bad luck with indent lines and even false positives, where I have had like a straight up pink line show up within the 3-minute mark, and then I would go get blood work done and it turned out to be negative. Those really messed it up when I did see a line, because it was a Blue test that I had had, and everybody says that Blue tests can give like false positives and that they can have evap lines and things. So I didn't believe it, and I was super upset because that day was already really hard for me emotionally. So then to get like a little line that's playing with me, I kind of just felt like I was being kicked when I was down. So I ran to the store like all upset. I remember I was bawling my eyes out on the way to the store, mostly because of the day that it was, just like really missing Blue. And every single time I would see a negative pregnancy test after we lost Blue, it brought back those emotions of losing Blue, because there I would see a negative pregnancy test and I would just like think to myself, like, I was pregnant at one time. We did get pregnant. I did see a positive line, but then we lost him. And so every single time I saw a negative pregnancy test, like, it just brought back those emotions, and it was just like a kick in the gut. And so now here it is, the anniversary, and I'm seeing a faint line, and I'm like, this is just the world kicking me when I'm down and like messing with me. So I was just like all upset, all emotional. And I went to the store and I got a first response, and I saw a very, very faint line with that test. But I had seen lines like that before, like indent lines that are colorless, and I wasn't pregnant. So I was just like, this is just another stupid indent line. I woke up 14 days past ovulation, the day of my missed period, and I took a test, and that one had like, it was so faint, but it had pink to it. It was a very, like, I didn't have to squint to see the line. I took it super early in the morning, and I went and woke up Joe, and I was like, there's a line, we're pregnant, because he had seen the previous lines. And so he was like, I don't know what these mean, I don't know if we're actually pregnant. But then seeing that the line had gotten darker, like, it meant that we were pregnant. So I went and gave him a hug, and that was how we found out. So then the next day, I went to go get my blood work done, and my levels were at 37. And then I went 2 days later. Your levels are supposed to double every 48 hours. So we went 48 hours later, and they had gone from 37 to 135. So they had almost quadrupled, which is amazing. That was when I announced. So I announced on Instagram when I was 4 weeks and 2 days. So super early, but I had actually thought that I was 4 weeks and 4 days. I have long cycles, like 35 to 39 day cycles, so it was kind of hard. Like, my pregnancy app was telling me I was 5 weeks, and I was like, I know I'm not 5 weeks. So finally, I talked to some people to help me figure out like how many weeks I actually was, and they said that when you have a long cycle, you count 2 weeks from the day that you ovulated, and I knew that I ovulated on June 26th, so you count from 2 weeks from there. So then 1 week after ovulation would be 3 weeks pregnant, and then 2 weeks after ovulation would be 4 weeks pregnant. So I'm talking so fast, like losing daylight, gotta put Herbert back in bed. But I just want to get this video up. And so when I got that faint positive 13 days past ovulation on July 9th, I was 3 weeks and 6 days pregnant. And then now I'm 5 weeks and 1 day. So it is very early on, but we are celebrating every single moment of this pregnancy. When we were pregnant with Blue, we were so shocked, and I just couldn't believe that my body had actually done what it was supposed to, and that we were able to make a baby. And I had zero faith in my body. I was just like, it's gonna mess it up, it's gonna mess it up, it's gonna mess it up. And in the end, it did. But I really regret not being more excited. Like, I remember I was scared to download the pregnancy app, and I was just so scared to like get my heart set on it because I didn't want my heart to break. And then when we lost him, I was like, we had almost 17 weeks with him. Like, I wish that we had celebrated every day. I wished that so badly. And so now that we're pregnant again, even if we miscarry, like, I want to celebrate today. I want to love this baby today, and I just want to have joy in the moment and not think too far ahead and like all of the scary things that can happen and everything. Today, I am pregnant. There's a little baby growing inside of me, and that is just so amazing, and I'm so absolutely grateful. So anywho, we're pregnant. So the due date is a week off from Blue's due date, because with Blue, I found out on July 9th, but I was 5 weeks along. I am gonna do a 5-week pregnancy update. I don't know that, I'm definitely not gonna do this week by week, but I am actually having a lot of symptoms. And even though we're only 5 weeks along, like, a lot has been happening, and so I want to share all of that. That's something, again, that I regret not doing with Blue, is that I wish I had those videos to look back on to see like how I was feeling at 5 weeks and 7 weeks and 10 weeks and things like that. So I don't know how much I'll do those, like week by week or once a month or what, but I just really want to document this pregnancy. Thank you so much for all of your love and support on Instagram. It has been so exciting seeing how excited everyone else is, and it's helped us to be even more excited and to have faith in this pregnancy even more. And so thank you so, so much for that. Thank you for all of your prayers. We really appreciate it. And we will take all of the prayers that we can get. So with that, I'll end that here, and there will be hopefully many more videos to come. Bye.